Hello and welcome to Dario Comics. I hope I'm in focus. And today we're talking about July update. What is Dario doing? Why does it take so long? Where are the comics? Yeah, let's talk a bit about making comics. And let's talk about what sometimes lies beneath making comics. I hope I'm recording. Wait a second. Yep, it's recording. I hope I'm in focus. So, what's beneath? I'm doing lately a lot of stuff, but trying to narrow things down. And it comes to boiling down what I want to do with my life. And comics is definitely the future. So, building a YouTube channel, I think, is essential if I want to do the comic thing. As far as I have seen it, you make the comics as a product, as an independent artist. You improve, you get better, you care for your community with videos like this, you inspire, you guide, and beneath it all, there's a lot of stuff, and I want to talk about the moving parts and what moving parts I have so that everything runs as smoothly as I can. As you may know, this comic here is the Barbarian Adventure, and then I'm doing The Last Pickup Artist, but I have a lot of other things planned out. Matthew, don't worry, I got your back. This is my one version, but maybe I'll print another one and send you this one. And for everybody else who's waiting for Barbarian Adventure, I will update this and we will come to this. So, beneath making comics, making comics is definitely, as we have learned, a multi-faceted, you know what I mean? It's a diamond. Like, you can cut with it, and we called it comic, but really it goes a lot into it, like drawing, painting, writing, publishing, all of that stuff. And the same applies for life. Like, you have health, friends, relationships, and we have talked also about that. And so lately, I have a great laptop, and I bought this one, a beautiful Asus, in 2015, and I worked on it for the past 6 years, and I love this fellow. But lately, I was looking for a new laptop to pick it up, to bring it up to the next level. As you can see, I got myself finally a new selfie stative. How do you call it? In German, it's called Stativ. Selfie holder for my tripod, so that's better. I got some fresh and faster internet. I'm looking for a A3 scanner. I am completely happy with mine, but I'm looking for a bigger scanner. I'm looking for some Bristol board so I can draw bigger. I'm carving myself time to have time to plan and make the comics and to make the pages. I have already a lot of it in my head. I could put it out instantly, but it's a big question why I'm not doing it. But I need a bit of space to create, like, or it would be messy, and it would be it would not be the best product it can be. So I take my time. They say a delayed product can be bad, but a rushed product always is, or something like that. So I want to take my time. And for the last 6 months and for the last year, I was dealing with tons of other problems which are not comic related, or maybe are. I was looking at my health. I had collarbone surgery. I looked, well, there was Corona and lockdowns, almost forgotten. There was some massive financial cuts for me. But after this month, or 6 months, or after this year, I realized something, and this is why I'm making this video. I don't know, maybe it's also called something like Diamond, because a lot of people see me from the outside, and I do a lot of stuff. I start a lot of comic ideas. I start a tabletop channel. I start playing guitar and gigging at nights, and I barely can play. Same thing as with a comic thing. You can see the fundamentals are not there. So besides making comics and living life, there's also a time that must be put aside to learn the fundamentals like anatomy, how to draw hot babes. Am I looking at Joe Madureira? Am I looking at Jim Lee? And you know what I mean? Carving out your style. And sometimes after working, I am a very intense guy. I like to do stuff. Like I said, I'm not the guy that sits down. I used to watch a lot of movies and TV shows. I love Babylon 5, and I love movies. I love stories. But I kind of did a lot of that in my life, in my younger years, when I was a lonely nerd. And I'm still a lonely nerd, but I'm at least a lonely pickup nerd who has no problem making new friendships. But then with that, and this I want to talk too, because like it's an important part why things sometimes are delayed. Because like making comics can put stress on you because it's a time consuming thing, but you need also money to live. Then it's also a question of how good do you live. The more connected you are, the more money you have, the more love is in your life. Like, and love can come from your health, your ability to do something, your ability to have a girlfriend, to have great family. If that is all not in the right space, like it is with me, and that is what goes into The Last Pickup Artist and all my other stories, like we'll come to that in a second. If the infrastructure of your life is not put in place in a healthy way, you cannot really run a marathon. And so, but still, like maybe if you're still watching this, your wound is your womb. So everything I had to go through will land in my comics and shine through. Even if it's a barbarian adventure and it's the cool 80s, like still this guy likes to fight. And I consider myself a fighter because I had a different life. So this is another point. Sometimes you compare yourself to others, and I have to say that's sometimes something good. And other people say don't compare yourself, but I do it all the time. Two things I want to talk about. But if I look, let's say, at musicians or people who drew or draw, like the ability for me to draw or to stay at the desk and draw, if I hadn't or wouldn't have to worry about life problems like money, relationships, and other stuff. I mean, I see it with a guitar right now. I can just sit and learn for hours and days on end. Nothing stopping me. Like I'm hungry for knowledge. And same is true for comics, but I'm a bit burnt out and burnt up. I'm a burnt child because I spent and put so much time and love in it, but didn't see like fast payoff or the payoff I wanted. I kind of maybe pushed back a little on that and changed up my life a bit so I have more variety. And I guess this goes back if I look at the people who made it, like two musicians, let's say John Mayer or one. His name is Dovidas. I can link it down below. Like Dovidas, check him out. Like those people were lonely nerds in school. So they picked up something they loved, like guitar, and they stuck with that for their whole life. And John Mayer and Dovidas, and I guess a lot of comic people, like, so you have something and that's your only love in life, and so you cultivate that love. And sometimes with that love you can also reach friendship. And that's what they tried, but it didn't work out that way. But now, of course, when you have a great talent and you develop that, you bear fruits, and with these fruits you can create new stuff, like money's coming in, people, you start to attract people that are really healthy. And that is the second part I want to talk. Um, it's a whole psychology channel now, but listen to me, this is important, because if you do comics, and if you do comics my way, the way I want to teach you comics, yes, it's here to have fun, but it's also to convey maybe values, or how you see the world. Like, think at your favorite movies, at your favorite comics, what you took from them. And sometimes many people like Conan the Barbarian, and it's cool. It's a cool story. It's about a child who overcomes adversity and becomes a big barbarian and fights evil. And lately I watched Highlander, and you take nuggets from those heroes, because mostly they are in impossible situations and find a way to get out. And I find myself in impossible situations all the fucking time, and I take damage from it, endless amounts. And I don't want to say that I can take endless pain, because I can't. It's just not possible. You will break. But it also forces you to look at things in a different way. And it's sometimes, and this is something I want to drop. If you're still watching, you're ready for this. Like, I don't know, maybe parents have you and they aren't sure why they had you. Maybe it just happened, or maybe they thought it's a good idea. And I don't know if people, especially like my father died when I was very young. This will be the next few pages of The Last Pickup Artist, so that's gonna be really cool. But I think my mother was so stressed out from just getting the money in. I mean, she was a widow at age 35, and then she had to get in the money. She didn't speak she was Italian, but she didn't speak the German language. Like, I'm born here, I feel German, I feel Italian, I don't even feel nationality, I just feel as a human. And so I don't know if you then have so much mental capacity to really understand what your children are about. And so in adult life, I have encountered also a lot of friends lately with music, but also a lot of people who just follow me with my art, or with my German channel on health and self-help and all the shit. They say, what the fuck, stay focused, just do one thing, please, please, please. But I think that most people in my life right now can't or do not really care about my true self. And that sounds so, how do I say, so first world problems, but we are in the first world and everybody wants to be seen. And I think most people just interact with the things they like about you, and the rest they ignore. Like, I've broken my collarbones, there was lockdown, I had some financial fallouts, and some of my friends, or at least I thought they were my friends, and they were, but I would maybe now categorize them as just acquaintances, because, like, yes, they cared, yes, they know me, but they don't know the full history, or they don't spend so much time with myself. Like, I have sometimes very crazy plans, and this is a long video, but right now I have a plan to build a TCG, to play gigs in the evening with my guitar, to build this channel, to make a lot of comics, to build up Patreon, to earn money from this, And then when I do my trading card game, I will paint up. Also, the link will be down below. End Times, it's called. I will create, let's say, a sword or a dragon or a vampire on A4, and then I will sell that art. So a lot of ideas are coming, but as you can see, now we're closing this. I'm building a whole ecosystem of things that want to click. And so right now, like, comic is and will be the priority, but right now it was so much other stuff, little things, and also health related, and lockdown and financially related, and updating the infrastructure, better camera, better setup, better laptop, better internet, more uploads. Yeah. So I guess it's now a good time to come to an end. Let's see how far we're in. Okay, it's not too long, but yeah. To sum this up, I hope I was sharp all the time. To sum this up is like, yes, I'm going all in into comics. Yes, I'm going all in into my talents, into YouTube, into making this channel a school for you. Like, it's not just my presentation tool. It's for me to share. It's for you to pick cool things up. And then if you follow the process, and you see, oh my god, I love that artwork, I want to have that comic, or I want to support you on Patreon, that is your way to giving back. And maybe we can start an exchange like that. So let's come to an end. As you can see, I'm building something. We're here at a fundamental level. It's not level 1. Level 1 was 2014, and then, I don't know, the last years I was learning, and now it's time to take this to another level, and another level. The new level is the pro level. I'm not yet there, but I'm striving for it. And yeah, if you have questions, ask me anything. I'll be there for you. Sounds cheesy, sounds like a 80s, 90s movies, but that is what I'm about. And don't let yourself get down by life. You're worth a lot. And yeah, wait a second. Yeah, if you start young and nerd out, and if your parents support you, you will make it. And if you don't, then it's not too late. Like, fuck it. Like, you're gonna die either way. Life's miserable either way. Why not just fucking start your own comic? Because, like, you can learn this shit. Even John Mayer this morning, when I was in bed and I was listening to him, he talked about music, about craft. It's a craft. It is a craft. This is also a craft. You can learn this, and everybody can do this. And you can tell stories that you always wanted to tell, or you can share a little bit of your fucking pain and truth and shed some light on the things you have gone through, fictionalized or autobiographic, because this world needs more truth. Well, it doesn't need more SJW shit. It just needs, like, well, with truth, who has it really, but you know what I mean. You can share your perspective. And if people don't agree, then maybe you're wrong, or they're wrong, or maybe they're wrong, or maybe both. You know what I mean? Let's just make comics. See you.